Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is the 18th day of June 2014. Okay, so it's been a year, 1 year ago, since I made that video, Welcome to Harpering Hell. What the hell are they doing? Okay, so that day that I seen these harperings, that was exactly a year ago. Okay, so knowing that, if you look up here, let's say like right here, you can see right, I made this video, HAARP system in place to manipulate the jet stream. I marked all the centers of those HAARP circles right there. Those were all radar returns all the way across the Canadian border, Canadian United States border right there. And I put a thumbtack at the center of every one of them that I could. I mean, I think I might have missed a couple, but anyways, I was checking it out all the time afterwards. You know, I was making videos, updating it and whatnot. Let's see, get up here a little ways. You see that every one of them thumbtacks for a long time were lit up green. I mean, here's 2 months later. Okay, so this is 10 months ago, and you can still see the rings around those thumbtacks in that picture right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's what it's showing. Here it is again. See them crossed here. And this is not about the harperings, but they were just happened to be turned on when I made the video 10 months ago. And then we have here 9 months ago, still see them up there. See that all the way across? I don't know here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but right here too. 8 months ago. This is that video. You know, it was on my channel page for a while, and it was when the Colorado flooded basically, and you can see the harperings all the way across. And I hate it when it does this. Gotta refresh it. Okay. So there they are. See the thumbtacks? Now this isn't a day when they were all lit up, but you can see there's a lot of rings around those, a lot of radar returns around those thumbtacks. And that was 8 months ago. So 4 months had passed. 4 months had passed, and you were still seeing them. Okay, all across the Canadian border, right here, all up here. And I got the thumbtacks turned off right now. I'm going to turn them back. Go ahead and turn them back on. And I mean, the weather's not even following the same pattern it did last year. A year ago, okay, from that point that I made the harpering video, 4 months afterwards, they were still showing those up there. Not showing them anymore. You're not seeing them. Here it is a year later. We should be seeing them, right? They should start showing up here in the radar. I'm telling you, there was a string of them, and I'll turn back on right now, and I'll just turn this stuff off first. And I gotta find them up here. And I'm sure they're ways up. Put them in a folder or something. I think I put them in a folder. Just bear with me for a second. Should be coming up any second now. Right there. Okay, every day after I marked these, every day there would be a green radar return around every one of these thumbtacks, almost every one. And I made a bunch of videos about it, pointed it out. Some days the whole harpering would come back entirely, but some of them would just have a little bit of green around it, but you wouldn't be able to tell it was a circle. But just knowing that they were on that day when I marked them as all circles, that's what these would be all lit up for months afterwards, after that day, for months. And now, turn on the weather. They're not even following that same pattern. But I mean, maybe a couple of them. I know these ones over here they're pretty active all the time. Not even following the same pattern. Not even close. They're not using something that they used last year, or the weather's changed from a year ago. You would think that, it's the same exact time of year as last year, but you would pretty much see something similar to what was going on then. Maybe it's running late or something. I don't know. But we need to watch out for that, because it should be coming up anytime. If it's going to happen, it's going to be anytime, because it may not have been exactly a year ago. It might be just a, who knows if it's going to start or not. But almost every day after that, every day actually, there was enough of them up there to say that was, something was going on. That's why I made those videos pointing out the jet stream was being manipulated, and because they were following this pattern. But not now. Not at all. See, these aren't even circular in shape. There will be some over here. These always get lit up some certain times of the year. But yep, it's not following that now. So anyways, got some crazy weather on Wonder Maps. These things here, ooh, man. A couple days, there's probably going to be another double tornado here. Wouldn't doubt it. You see me put that in the crater earlier. I did a little realignment of it, actually. And, wow, look how high up that is on my list. I can't believe it. All these are all good too. I should go through all these someday. These are all good overlays. Okay, so there's the pattern they show on Google weather, the Google Earth weather, and then I got this one that I saved here, and you can see what's not there. This is weather. This is from I don't know, a few hours ago. This picture right here of the weather, and you can see it's pretty well aligned to this weather here. The weather on Google Earth, right? Pretty much in the same place. I think these have moved a little bit. See, earlier this was like this. Now there's two big circles right next to each other. Then this big orange thing, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got those two there. But I aligned this. This isn't the one I showed in the video I did earlier, but this is a little bit better of a better alignment, I think. Even though this isn't right over this. The Great Lakes are right here, and it seems like it would go. I have this lined up over the Great Lakes, so that's one thing that's off a little bit. And if I was to squeeze it, bring it back this way, this wouldn't be as lined up. But I did want to get this. Maybe it's this part. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it looks like it could be. I don't know. I kind of see an opening here. Try it. Move this to this. See that area there? I'm trying to kind of find that area there. I kind of like the way it fits better when I make it small and I put it right in a circle like this for some reason. Because you get the top lining up real good, and you get this little corner right there, this little edge. Watch. See that up there? As it fits in there super good that way. And then it puts that crater over. But then, see, this isn't the Great Lakes, so the Great Lakes shouldn't be there, But that's the whole thing, is the weather moves, so it makes it real hard to judge sometimes. You see how that fits in? Everything I've brought up, all the weather I've brought up with any kind of pattern here, always has that same top right here on this crater. Same as this crater is, it's always the same on the weather. Always. And this over here, it's always the same. So, just saying, it's always the same. That there. So, you know, I might even have this picture maybe a little too big. But then I got to have this over the Great Lakes, it seems. I'm sure that goes. I mean, you see how well it aligns. Oh, I wanted to show you this too, this part of it. When you fade this out. And you think about the Ice Age, right? And the glacier and the big thick glaciers that covered, or ice sheets that covered the North American continent, supposedly. And you look at this picture and you just think, I don't know, turn the borders on. I think there's somebody that makes it look better here. Like this, I think. And you just wonder, you know, it's like, man, what the? It looks like it slid from the North Pole or something, like it hit the North Pole and then slid down or something. You see all this area here, like this path right here looks like some kind of slide trail or something right here. I don't know. Sure did bunch up a bunch of shit over here though, didn't it? Mountains and whatnot. Yeah, but I was talking about the ice sheet. I mean, it looks, maybe it stayed connected right here for a while or something, and I don't know. It hits the earth, probably slows the spin of the earth down, probably almost stops it. Who knows? We will find out someday. Not we, but somebody will someday. Well, maybe they won't. I don't know. Not really worried about that. Like I say, this didn't start off, I never did start off saying this. I was trying to figure out if the moon's gonna hit the earth. That was the furthest thing from my mind was it gonna hit the earth? I was trying to figure out if it had hit the earth, because I was tired of all the bullshit lies and the documentaries where they never answer your question. They just give you some, you know, they tell you the same old shit. Volcanism, plate tectonics, and erosion, pretty much. So I mean, that wasn't cutting it for me. There was something bigger when you see videos of the Himalayas, like real good flyovers of the Himalayas. You just are, and the Andes Mountains. I mean, they're so huge. You have to know something bigger took place, and the Rockies as well. I mean, not to put them out there, big mountains too. But I'm just saying, like the Himalayas and all that. You just got to know something huge took place. And it's got to be some type of cycle, apparently, as you start to get older and you start to figure little mysteries out. Start to solve the little mysteries a little one by one here and there. Just start to figure it out. Something else happens. And really, it doesn't matter if you figure it out until you find somebody else that's figured it out too and has known something about it for a long time. It does you no good to know it by yourself, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it does you no good until you find somebody else that can confirm what you're seeing. It does you no good to know, because you're just thinking, you know, you're crazy or something. That's why Sailor Moon helped me out so much. I mean, I swear, 12 words into the first thing that I've watched ever in my life is Sailor Moon. I never watched any of the cartoons or anything ever. I mean, I was way too old to watch that stuff. That stuff is way after my time. You know what I mean? But then when I did watch that musical, I swear it was like I was 12 words in, 20 words into the beginning, and I could already tell they knew. I could already tell. I was like, they know. I can tell. They knew. And but that was just like I had to keep checking. I had to check them all. I had to see what, you know, how much they knew, and if what they knew, where they were getting it from. You know, where they were getting all this information from. And I basically chalk it up to her, the person that created Sailor Moon, that woman. She studied astronomy. Sorry about that. And So she had some knowledge of it, you know, the planets and the moon and whatnot. Obviously, she wrote this story to go along with it, and just Greek mythology and I guess the Bible. A lot of the Bible's in there. I hate to say that, but it is. I think the Bible ones are the most confusing ones. I can't really catch it what they're trying to tell. I mean, I like the ones about the vampires and Abel and Cain and all that. Those ones confuse me more than any of them, and I don't even like those ones. That's probably why I don't like those ones that much. Just certain parts, but yeah, the other ones I like a lot better. So, anyways, what was I showing you to begin with? Can't remember. Oh yeah. Anyways, that's long enough. Later.